again and again and again.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Judge Timbers channel. Today we're going to be discussing a song off Paul McCartney and Wings' album Back to the Egg. I think it was released in 1979. It was written by the late, great Denny Laine. As you know, we lost Denny recently. I've already done some tributes for Denny, so I won't belabor the point, but I think Denny was fabulous, a fabulous member of Wings, a fabulous musician on his own, fabulous at the Moody Blues, the early Moody Blues. I was really fortunate, I think I've mentioned before, I got to see Denny in concert in February of 2023, so about a year before he passed away. And he was great. He was just Denny and his acoustic guitar, just playing his songs, telling stories. It was a fabulous show. At the end of the show, I was sitting in the front row. I was really lucky. And at the end of the show, I got to shake Denny's hand, which is something I always cherish. So we're going to dedicate today's lesson to the late, great Denny Laine. I also want to give a big shout out to two people who are not deceased, and that's Tom Hunyadi and Andy Nichols at the Two Legs Podcast. I want to do a little promotion for them. I was so fortunate to meet them in the flesh at the Fest for Beatle fans this year in February of 2024 at the TWA Hotel in New York City. They were kind and gracious to give me a t-shirt. I really wanted to, show it on the channel. Tom and Andy are really great guys. I have to say, if you don't listen to the podcast and you love Paul McCartney and his music, especially the solo stuff, I could not recommend it more. The Two Legs Paul McCartney Podcast is just fabulous. I listen to every episode. I really do. I'm not doing a commercial. There's nothing being exchanged here. My channel is not monetized. I'm just saying, if you're a Paul McCartney fan, you're really missing out if you don't listen to their podcast. They do a lot of great stuff, and they really, really focus on the solo career of Paul, which is so rich and diverse. It's so needed. So again, I'm a big fan, and I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Tom and Andy at the Two Legs Paul McCartney Podcast. All right, now let's get into the song and the lesson. I'm going to throw my strap on, I guess. A little Martin D28, if you didn't notice. All right, so again and again and again. It's a song when I used to listen to this on Back to the Egg, which I really like. I know a lot of people have really, really grown to appreciate Back to the Egg, and we're hoping Paul will come to appreciate it more and release an archive episode with some bonus tracks and all that. But anyway, when I used to listen to the song, I always thought it was a pretty simple song. I liked it, and I love Denny, and I think there's beautiful vocals. But I have to say, what is often the case when I learn a song to teach it, which a song I never knew how to play before, I realize it's so much more intricate and sophisticated than I ever appreciated when I just listened to it. So this song is just like that. I mean, there is, again and again and again, you can almost hear the G to the C to the G, right? That's pretty basic stuff, but there's a lot more going on this song, and it really is fun when you learn to play songs, how you can appreciate them. And then I was thinking about it, look at the band, the Wings band in 1979. Lawrence Juber, right, on guitar, lead guitar, Denny Laine on guitar, Paul McCartney, Linda McCartney, and Steve Holley on drums. I mean, this is a fabulous band, so it's no wonder if you really, really listen to the kind of the separate tracks on this, you can appreciate that it's a lot more intricate, a lot more complex than it may seem. Now, the good news, I will say, is for just to play this on acoustic guitar, it is a pretty straightforward song. There is a couple of, bar chords, a couple of things, but it's pretty basic. But if you listen, really take a deep listen to this song, and I think you'll know there's a lot of layers of stuff, and the vocals are incredible. I couldn't even come close. I didn't even try on my cover version. I almost gave up. I had no idea how difficult this song is to sing. There's some real high notes in this that I can't hit, but I did my best. And I want to say, I was fortunate to see and meet Lawrence Juber at the Fest for Beatle fans, where I got this t-shirt. And Lawrence was kind to autograph one of his CDs for me. And I really regret that I didn't ask him about this song, because I really would have liked him to tell me how he played it. I don't know if he would have, but it would have been nice if he has any recollections of recording this one and some of the things he's doing, and I'm sure he knew what the other band members were doing as well, because Lawrence is the consummate musician. So I didn't do that, but if I see Lawrence again, I will. And if Lawrence, if you're watching, drop a comment and give us, tell us how to really play this, not the Judge Timbers way. But folks, that's a long introduction to this one. Let's get into the lesson. I have the guitar in standard tuning. We're not using any capos today. So it does start with that G, C, G pattern. So the introduction, just the instrumental part, right? It's just... C, G, right? And then there's a little walk up. That's probably not what they're doing. I would have asked Lawrence about this, but I think it's more of a bass walk up, but I just play it on the guitar. But really, all you want to make sure you do is go from G to C. So however you get from G to C, as long as you do it in the rhythm of the song, I think it works fine. So again, I'm not saying this is exact, but what I'm doing, if you care, on the G, the low G, 3rd fret, low string, low E string, I'm doing it twice. Then I'm going to the F sharp, so, and then back to the G. So I'm starting with that. And then on the A string, I'm doing twice. And then I'm walking up the B flat, the B, to a C. So it's something like this. And then on the C, we start. So now you don't want to be a little woman. It's a C. You don't want to be a little woman. I love. So on the I, I'm going to go to a C7th. But I would suggest you play the low E bass note, which usually you don't, or at least usually I don't with a C7th. But it sounds a little better with that low E bass note. So we'll call it a C7th over E. But a C7th alone is fine too. To an F, I'm going to play it barred on the 1st fret. To a G, I, back to C, love. And if you want to do the bass, it's just C, G, C, G. If you want to do that, or you can let a bass guitar play it, whatever you want to do. Or you just strum it in C. And then next part, now you don't want to stay in my school. To an F, you don't want to be the one that's cool. To a G, and you don't want to be the little woman. F, C, and to a G. So now you're in C, you're going to go descend. You ascended before. So now you're going to go C, B, A, G. You're up all night, and we could let it hang out. C, A minor over G, to an F, G, C, G, and then the same walk. So let me do that part one more time. So we're gonna go, you're up all night, G, we could let it hang to a C. Now we can go to A minor over G, F, G, C, G, and then a little walk up. And now, winter time is coming now. Give me a sign if you can somehow. So this is just a C, E minor, A minor, G, C, G, C, and you repeat that. C, E minor, A minor, G, C, G, C. Now we go to an E minor. Taking it all into consider. F, I had to remember it. E minor. Consider F-ration. And then I think it's a B flat 7th. Little hard. This is a difficult chord. You can play it up here. You could play a B flat or B flat to a C. Walk it down. A minor over G, to an F, G, C, G. So let's do this one more part, the taking it all in consideration. So we start with the E minor, taking it all into consider F. We'll do a B flat 7th to a C, and that kind of reminds me of things we said today, right? That B flat 7th. And then C, walk it down, B, C over B, to an A minor over G, to an F, to a G, C, G, and then that riff. Be a little C, all this the same. You don't wanna be to a C7, I, F, G, C. I'll just take you through it. Hold the C, to an F, to a G, F, C, walk down to G, back to C, to A minor over G, to F, to G and the C and the G, and back to the C, E minor, A minor, G, C, G, C, C, E minor, A minor, G, C, G, C, E minor, to an F, B flat 7th, to C, walk it down, A minor over G, F, F, G, C, G, and that's how it ends, G, C, G, right, again and again and again, again and again and again. That's it, folks. I say it's it. I'm over 11 minutes, so sorry about the long talking before the lesson. Maybe I'll put some time stamps so people can skip what I said. But I do want to, again, remember Denny Laine, a wonderful song, Again and Again and Again, by Paul McCartney and Wings, written by Denny Laine. I think some help from Paul, but not 100% sure on that. I should have asked Lawrence that as well. And again, a big shout out to the Two Legs Paul McCartney Podcast, Tom Hunyadi and Andy Nichols. Thanks, guys, for the shirt. Again, I appreciate it. I wear it with Judge Timbers' pride. So, folks, thank you so much. I love covering Wings songs. I love covering Paul McCartney and Denny Laine songs. So I really had fun with this one. I hope you enjoyed it, too. Stay safe. I'll see you all soon with another lesson. Take care.